morning on this late in the week Thursday. I am going to get back into some of the Cassie schema migrator today. Not got a lot of different things to talk about, just getting right back into it. So let's get the split going on here and just talk about some of where we were and where we've been. Here's the repo. Cassie Schema Migrator at github.com/Adrian/Cassie Schema Migrator. We have a project in here which we've been using to keep track of things and been making some progress and working on by date time. I think this and this are the two things we've been working on. The user wants to process CQL files for schema migration. User wants CQL files to be executed in order by date time. So let's actually click through assignees. Could have sworn I had one specifically assigned to me, so let's look at that real quick. Set up build for application, set up documentation for application, determine outputs. I feel like maybe we should set up the build today, or at least try to. Let's jump into the code and see where some of that was. I need some fixins real quick. Repositioning the IDE right now. There we go. Alright, Cassie Schema Migrator consists of the core lib tests, core lib, the Cassie console. So far we have, what do we have here? Oh, migration exists. We have the path that determines. So I believe all that exists. And one of the practice that I actually want to start here. Sorry, so we got some tests and got a fair bit of helpers, which I started putting together to build up the tests, tear down the tests, because we need a little bit of an environment set up to do these tests. So if I go in. So can I just click and run all tests? Yeah, run unit tests. Oh, looks like, okay, we got a success, aborted, verify selected path, file does not exist. Or is this true? Expected true, got false. Migration file exists. Let's go back and look at that. This is a good way to start. Is to start with your tests to see if the tests even work. So set up migration for test. I set up the path. Create that directory. Create a list. Add this range of items to that list, and then I create those, file.create, and then return to migration path. Let's do this and this. Oops. Oh, I wonder if, come on, put in the debug symbol. Anyway, let's right click and do it. Alright, well, let me put a breakpoint there. But if we go into, let's see, the tests, let's actually take a look at one of those. Oh, is it still running? Is that the problem? That could be. No, it's not still running. Okay. Alright, let's do verify list of file to process. This is kind of like got all of them combined together. So let's do that. So just right click here. I just want to run the 1 unit test. How do I do that? Yeah, there we go. Debug the 1 unit test. There we go. So now it steps in. Let's go to this declaration of this, and then we'll run to, let's run to here. So what do we got? Migrations, directory migrations, migration paths, and migrations. Create these is empty. And let's run to this statement. Run to statement. So that means, yeah, all of these are what? Directory migrations. Could not get a class of a type. A class is not loaded. Okay, this is a problem. What do you mean? You can't get a class of strings in a list? Yeah, that's super weird. So maybe string. Actually, let's go. Okay, got a breakpoint there. Yeah, import that. Oh, let's stop running first. That is super strange. String. So there's the system one with the uppercase, and then there's this other one, which is always kind of confusing exactly what everybody wants you to use. Because it's not supposed to matter. So that method should be uppercase. Sure, let's rename that. Is the other one that way? Yep. Alright, there we go. So let's run path available and exists. Let's get into this one again. I'm going to get to here though. Alright, debug unit test. Or this unit test. Whatever, it doesn't matter. Okay, so now I should be getting into there very shortly. Okay, that created, but I want to undo that and just check it out again. So let's do it with regular old string and try that again. So it even says test succeeded. Alright, Nyancat is running. Let's see where we get here. not get a class of the type? Really? Alright, so again, that seems like a really stupid error. I think that wouldn't think that should occur. It should go to either or type. I guess maybe it depends on the interface that one actually inherits from for the base object. Okay, so that's not working either. New, all this stuff. Okay, to the docs. My list equals new list. New string array. Does this provide a new cat? Okay. I don't know how that's going to play. So that should be okay. Oh, do I need to do var? Oh, but it's listed up. Okay, it's created up there as an out param. Wait, but it returns. So this unknown type, but it says it right there, list string. Oh, but I instantiated here. I can't be doing that. So this needs to be no. Let's try that, and then let's try this. Actually, yeah. Right, you're still not gonna. Let's stop that and rerun the test. Because I was recreating it when this acts as the declaration here in the out. So I shouldn't need to recreate it, right? Oh, but I need to. Yeah, that's tricky. I wonder if I should do, shoot, let's do this and do this, actually, oops, and what's it fussing about? Oh, return migration path, right? So that'll return the string that is the migration path. And then this create these. Oh, is that gonna, that's a bad design pattern, but this is a test, so like, did design patterns even matter? I don't know. Let's do this. Var create these equals new list string da da da. And then we're just getting the Oh yeah, create these. What am I doing there? Create these. Oh, right. Should I do a... Shoot. I feel like I should do maybe a public property of the create these. String. Oh wait. List. String. Create these. Get. Create the add getter. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so get. How do you do this again? Age get. Oh. Wait, let's do the auto implemented properties. While you get set. These. Public. Can I do this? I know. We're gonna find out. So. That does make the test all inclusive here. So that's kind of good. I don't like that design pattern at all, though. Okay, so let's get into that though and see if that actually gives us the variable, or I should say the list array. It's not even an array; it's just a list object. It's got squiggly lines everywhere still. Is anything happening? Did it bomb out? Did it not build? Oh yeah, I've got all this all busted up. Let's look at teardown again. Oh, I should have used the refactor. Darn it. Because yeah, now it's just migration path. So if I go over here, I should be able to nip that one. And let's get rid of that. So it does clean up. I mean, it's always null. No, it's not. Okay. I don't know what that means, but we'll figure it out in a second. So that needs fixed. This needs removed. Yeah, I should have used refactor. It would have fixed all that for me. Alright, that doesn't need to be there. Alright, let's run this puppy now. See where we get. Just gonna run all of them. 9 cats scooting along for us. Then stopped. It's running. It's not stopped. I don't know. I feel like I'm missing a status of what's actually occurring. Yeah, did it die again? What the foobar? Oh, it broke on another one. That's what it probably did. Let's just do the one test like we should. Still running. Okay. God, it takes forever. Whoa, what? Where? Oh, do I need to... Ah, crap. That is super nasty. Yeah, like the static. Oh, let's do this. Oops. So it's the value isn't being instantiated, but on that's your C# static class constructor. So you just say, okay, static simple class. Let's come back over here. What did it say? It just said, oh yeah, okay. So static test helpers. So that'll create it. It'll have no thing, none of this stuff in it. Auto property can be made get only. Why is that? It's not set. Create these. Oh, because it's okay. Let's try that. Let's try a get only one. Because here I'd set the object, but oh, you're only getting the object, but then the object itself is having the things added. Not okay. That's kind of confusing, but I get it. All right, so let's try that again. And that one really takes forever. This build of this one test. It's kind of ridiculous. It makes me wonder if there is a way to speed up the tests in JetBrains Writer. And if not, what actually makes the test run fast? Can I run it faster from the CLI or from Visual Studio Code? That is my question. Don't really want to switch. I want to use Writer for a while and kind of get used to it and familiar with the inner workings of it. Or I should say the workings of its features and capabilities. But at some point I will swap out and try some other ones like the Visual Studio Code. maybe even dive in and do some Windows dev on it via Visual Studio. But right now I'm just using JetBrains Writer. I'm gonna stick to that for a while longer still. Did it just not run? Oh, it's sitting there. Okay, so it says 9 items in it. And they're blah blah blah, this long thing and stuff. Okay, so then getting down to this create point, keep running. How do you just say keep running? I don't even know. There isn't a keep running button down here. Let's say auto start, test on, all tests, successful test, failed test, aborted test, come on, group by, collapse all, jump to source, show, remove selected test, pen test. Well, maybe this? No, that runs the whole damn thing. Dad, burn it. Just wanted to keep running. Resume execution. I remove that, so let's forget that. Yeah, Hello World works freaking great. Right, let's debug all the unit tests again. Oh, so it is not. No. Oh, not. No. Actually, let's do not empty. Right, verify migration files do not exist. Oh, these two I need to actually implement. Let's comment this out. This is actually the next stage of what I needed to work on. That's why those tests fail. I left those failing tests for me to figure out. So let's take this one. I'm just going to comment it for you. I thought I was going to comment it. Oh, stop running. Then comment. Alright, what's the comment thing? Code. Dead. Control Alt slash. What? Oh God. Okay. So where's the other test that passed? The one that verify path available and exists. Okay, we do that. That's good. Then we need to verify migration file exists. Files exist. Files do not exist. Okay, so let's do verify migration files exist. Set up migrations for test. Then file system, migration path, assert true. So that should actually be true. Let's debug that real quick. Because the test is supposed to run the file selection object that's supposed to be picking this list of files to execute for our schema migration. So the migrations should exist. But they don't exist, right? Because that needs implemented, doesn't it? Alright, go to Alright, how do I stop running the test? Oh, it stopped, but it's such a... not sure about this sometimes. So path selector, let's rename that to path selector to follow the convention. Alright, so file selection, path selector operations, migrations exist. Ah, okay, so what? It is implemented. Alright. This is one of those weird if then else statements. So it's going to return a bool. Let's see what it does. Migration files do not exist. Oh, they do exist now. Because oh, I see what I need to do. So core lib is verify migration files do not exist. So verify migration files exist, that works. Do not exist. Oh, does that? Okay, so I was looking at that one, but that works. Okay. So we have verify migration files exist, verify selected path available. So that one passes, it says? Let's try that again. Oh, right, so that should give me the current directory instead of that path that does not exist, even though it's passed in. Yep, okay, that works. So this is the one that don't work, right here. And it shouldn't. So let's see, verify migration files do not exist. So let's do... here, and we need the thing that basically says so, pause for test. Do bool setting up. If setting up and then we're going to do that. And if that don't work, else so if that else don't create the things. Oh, let's do it smart. Like, I'm going to use the refactor to change signature. I'm going to add type bool. Shit, I don't know what I just did. Doing that again. Refactor, change signature, add boolean. So do that. We'll call it setting up. Modifier is what? Out params. Oh yeah, no modifier. And then can I just go? Let's go bool over here. Bool. Yes. Next. So that's what I want the value to be now. so that added it here. I already added it right there. Invert. Okay, how does that work again? Let's invert it. Oh, that's... yeah, I'd rather have the nesting. You can read the nesting. That other thing, if you miss it, you don't realize it beeps out of the method. Alright, so now we're over here, and yep, see it? Refactor actually put true in here for us. All of them are set to true for now, but we want to verify that they do not exist, so don't build them. So let's run that sucker. And it passes. Alright. So that's all good. And that works. So now, I'm going to uncomment this puppy. Oh, what's the uncomment? Folding. Oh, inspect. No. I guess I can't do it from right click. Okay, so code. I want to uncomment. Comment with line comment. Comment with block comment. Can I control alt / to undo it? We'll see. Ah, yeah. Okay, so control / undoes it too. Alright, so now this one doesn't have this. We want to put the files there this time, and then we want to we basically want to make sure that we have lists. And yeah, test. Create these. Oh, but that's not what we want to do. We want to actually test and verify that. Oh yeah, so let's hear files dot get semicolon. There we go. Let's do file system, new file system equal I want to do this. The file system is what I want to check. So file system dot operations path, migrations path. Yes. So let's do files. Call it proc files for now. I don't know if that's the best name, but and then, oh yeah, it's and that's going to be a list, and that actually needs to be compared to I think I can do cert dot equal. Let's do that. Compare it to test helpers. Create these. So the files that we expect to create should be the files that are here. Let's get in here and we'll create the property. Sure, but we don't need. I'm gonna do a list. Alright, so file selection. We'll do a list. So path, operation path, migrations exist. So in So do I need the same code in each of those? Oh, path selector, path selector. So now I need to instantiate this proc files property in the thing. Oh, actually, I don't need to do it here. Probably need to do it. Path selector, operations path, migrations exist, yes or no. Okay, we got that figured out. Operations path is just set the path. Oh, so I should be able to process it then. So now what I'm curious about is, so get files, like if I have this function and pass that in, and I pass in the operations path, I should be able to set proc files to that, and proc files. So if I go in and do a get files, create method, there we go. Well, I don't even need to do that actually because I have access to that method, so let's just do get files. And this will be files equal new list string, or should I return a list of yeah, it should just be a list of strings, because then I need to step through those and actually process them. But right now we're just trying to get a solid list of them. So we'll do return files. That. And here we need to set them up. So and test helpers. Oh, let's edit, rename. Let's get the name to match there. Yeah, alright, so now that's green. So here I'm just adding the range. Oh, this I'm adding arbitrarily, and then I'm doing file.create. So I need to do basically this. Operations path, there we go. Operations path, but I don't need to create the directory, I just need to do this. And then directory dot get files. I wonder if there's like just a list get. Okay, get files, whoops. Get files. That. And then file info files equals that. Then so do for each var thing. Oops. In file info files. And let's do that. So then file, yeah, file, and then we'll do files dot add file dot name. Oh, come on, damn it. What is this T? Right. That's what I want to do. I want to end it, add it to the end of it. Like file is never used, but that's what I'm trying to do. File dot Oh. Yes, no? Alright, so what the heck is this? This is change type or local type. What? Oh, file info array. Turns a file list from the current directory. So what is that? Count length. Clone. All. I just want a list of all the files. Maybe I need to do that then. Can I do that for each file in file info files? File info files. No, so I need to do for var I equals 0, I is less than file info files dot length I plus plus. So then we got, now we can do it. So we do files dot add file info files, whatever index point. No, dot. Oh, is it full name? It's a full path of the directory. File name gets the name of the thing. Directory name is what gets a string representation of the directory's full path. Well, let's full name. It's toString, dude. toString. Let's try that. Just want to see how this function works. Okay, so that puts that together and returns the files. Actually, let's get rid of this. We don't want that. We want to have the actual function because we want to get it at time of use. We don't want it to be a property where you just whimsically go connect to it. That's silly talk. But in the constructor, we do want this path set up initially, and then we can do get files. Okay, now this makes sense. But now we do need to add the filter. But let's just get this, and we'll do boom, boom. What's it fussing about? Oh, did I not? I guess it's private. Public. Get files. There we go. Okay. So now let's run all the tests. Alright, we're cooking. Oh, come back here. What I want to get here. What is that? Did it? Another situation. Oh, it just stopped. Whatever. Oh, there we go. Okay. This needs to go away. It's like stuff is out of sync. There we go. Failed assert. Oh, it stopped there before there. I wanted to look at it. Now let's do this so we can see them easily. Oh, we need to do this. Totally forgot to do that. Var result equals file system dot get files. What do you call it? Test. Known files. So we'll do test helpers. Whoops. Test helpers dot create these. And this will be that one. Known files. And this will be result. Or should I flip them around? Well, whatever. Expected. Yeah, result. Actual known files. Yeah. That's what we want. So let's get to that point. And let's run that one again. Debug unit test. Alright, so what do we got here? Known file, create these 9. Is it saying, so does that's a list of strings. Oops. And this is a list of strings. And that order is as such, which is not ordered. And then so we're going to need to order them. It's one thing we do need to do. So that might be the next thing. So let's just do result.count. Yeah. And known files.count. Let's see how that goes. Because really we don't need to test that intimately that the thing is exactly the same. We just need to know that we got all the files that we were after. Okay, so that should come up in a second here and should be all green. Right, pending, running. All these others are a success. And boom, what do we got? We got account 9 and account 9. So that should be fine. Yes. So now let's get these puppies sorted. Still know how to keep running, stupid thing. Make it go. No, it's still running. So if I hit the other thing, it builds the other thing. But if I do the test, that is so unbelievably frustrating. Anyway, stop running. And let's just go up here, run all tests in solution. And then let's try that. That should, yeah, that does it here. And that should clean up this messy thing it gives us. Let's see, I don't need that one. Explore, that's cool, okay. And then, alright, these should pop up and verify in just a second. Unbelievably long time to run though. cannot access. Copy. File migrations. Why is it being used by another process? Huh. That's dumb. Let's run it again. Bet you it works. They're probably running them all out of whatever sequence. And they can step on each other because they're using the same underlying files. That makes me wonder. So to make these isolated tests, I would need to make sure the configuration path is actually unique per test. So that's another problem for another day to fight through. Yeah, so alright, so let's get this, let's say fact public void verify list of files to process, list of files actually let's see, verify process files are ordered. Alright, so first thing we'll need to do is we want to get migration path, set that up with the files, and then we want to make sure that these known files are ordered. So I'm basically going to write this test twice. Oh yeah, so let's hear test helpers. Okay, then yeah, so test helpers dot order known files and test help. Order created files. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do that as var result equals so let's order list. Let's do C# order list. Bet you there's just like a function or something. That's the syntax. Let's go look at it. Whoa, what you thinking about there? No, don't sign that. Don't do that. Geeks for geeks. Oh, you can do a compare. Interesting. So let's just go with plain sort. Let's see what we get here. So really, I don't even need to do that then. And that's good. I don't want to have to implement more stuff. Just want to put the test data in there and have it done. So let's do test helpers dots. Oops. Create these files, and then dot sort. Yeah. All right. Then we can assert dot equal to basically it's the test above. Darn it. It's kind of crap. Put that in, and then we'll do file selection, create these, but with sort. And then we need to get rid of the count and the count. Let's do, oh yeah, we do a couple of them. So we need to do for var I equals, oh actually we need to do, it's your if result dot count, it's equal to known files dot count. Count, then this happens, else throw new not no, throw new destruction file, not file, multicast platform. What do we got here? Road, it is file something, throw new file not found exception. Sure, let's do that, and then say files expected were not found, files by count expected were not found. Yeah. Okay. Shouldn't throw an exception in a test, really. That's kind of blowing up stuff. Destruction. What is this? You've used structural navigation, please. Shut up. Okay. That. And then. Yeah. So then over here, I want to do for. Actually, do I need to check that if? I should just blow it up. It's just gonna error. I don't need all that crap yet. Let's just do the for statement. So for var I equals 0, I is less than. Let's do known files dot count. Come on, dot. Oh, interesting. Sort. Oh, known files needs to. Should still get it then. Known files dot count. No. What does known files become? Destruction. Then known files sort. Does that act on the things in it, I guess? Count. Okay, and then I plus plus. Destruction. What the hell? Oh yeah, it is empty. Duh. So so then known files 0 are indexed. Assert dot equal known files, or no wait, result index point equals known files. Come back. There we go, known files. Same index point. Because it should literally be the same ordered thing. Let's get to here and see what happens. I mean, it shouldn't pass because I didn't order this, because it needs to be ordered in the get files is what needs to be done. Oh, there we go. Something. What do we got there? Alright, so result is 9, 9, as we expected. Then this one, let's take a look at all these files actively. See if they're actually in order. So 1, 2, 5, 8. 12, 12, 16 to 3, 10. Okay, that's not in order. Oh, the question then. How do we order these? Looks like this is a bit more than... Yeah, they're not quite sorted. They're sorted by the first digit. But these should be... No files. 421, 1902. That should be like first. So I guess maybe we should take the dates off and then sort the dates, or sort the files by dates. But then we got to have a map, and yeah, that's just sorting by. Yeah, okay, so the month there is 4/21. So I need to, the month can't be sorted unless I take the month and sort the month. Okay, so that means that I need to have some way to sort the files based on parsing the month first, and then, oh, that's tricky. That is super tricky. So, oh yeah, that's a little brutal. So we're gonna have to have a way to sort based on month, and the month needs to be parsed because the regular sort function isn't going to be able to parse that. So maybe looking back at this help file of what to do with these, I can use an interface comparer to parse it based on date, like this thing. So if I do class and I use just like a generic here, just like this, and I say file name where int x and int y are, and then do the comparison but have the date processed first, theoretically that'll work. I am not 100% sure. Where's the official docs on this? Oh yeah, there we go. This is basically what we're going to want. iCompare box. This class is not displayed. The main method is provided only to show how to implement the interface. It is recommended to derive from compare T instead of implementing iCompare T. Alright, so our hour is up by a few minutes. So the deal is, tune in next time, and I'll have a pull request. Will I have a pull request? I don't know. So that's, I just looked, that's .NET Framework 4.8. I wonder if core even works the same. Might better check. But anyway, next time we are either going to have a pull request or we're going to straight up solve this sort problem for the file list. Because the file list definitely needs to be sorted per the date time in there. The other thought is we take the file list as it is, okay? We read it all in, but I build objects with the CQL that needs to be executed, right? And the file name appropriately parsed and attached to the object with the code that needs to be executed. And then I sort those objects, which can be more intelligently sorted, because then they could have properties that would have the various dates already parsed out and ordered appropriately. So that's probably what we're going to do. But tune in next time and we'll find answers. So until then, have a good one. Cheerio.
Yeah.